Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best candle scent.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
Best candle scent.
Candle scent in your deep voice sounds somehow ominous. Like it's the name of a villain who's just walked into the grand hall of a king, marching down as the frantic knights are going, candle
Hello,
scent.
my
It's candle scent.
liege. It is I, Candle Scent.
Candle scent, what are you doing here?
I'm here to spread your stench out far and wide. Your time is over on the throne. I am taking over.
But your cape is still in the door. How is it still in the door? You've walked so
I
far.
can't move forward from here. But if I do, it will be very awkward indeed. Can I have your crown? Come hand it to me.
It is fall. It is PSL season. It is scented candle season.
Uh-huh.
I was just in DC visiting family and had the day that is the day in the Pokey Little Puppy and the new 2018 autumn version of the Pokey Little Puppy, which I did not know that the Pokey Little Puppy has been having sequels where he just does basic things.
Well, Mark, you know that original dog is dead, right? It's been a very long time. So there's a series of dogs that have died.
I'm going to need a minute now.
We'll be right back.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. We are talking today about scented candles. Are you a scented candles guy, Hal?
I am. In fact, I have one here. I recently bought 2 of them at Trader Joe's. You cannot see because I refuse to properly light myself if it's just for audio. But you can't even see what this says. This is a Trader Joe's tin can candle. It is a scented candle. I bought 2 different ones.
What scents did you buy? Or are you keeping that a secret?
I don't want to put my thumb on the scale. I don't know that this is the best one, and I don't remember what the other one is because it's not in front of me, and I bought it a long time ago, and I realized, I should start burning this. So I've been burning it in my office while I work.
I like it. I've been burning one here as I work as well. I will not tell you what this one is. I currently have 4 scented candles in my home. 2 of them are my favorite and are the same scent. I, as you, will not put my thumb on the scale. So there are a lot of scented candles out there. And there are a few categories that scented candles fall into. So if I may, I would like to break this up into 4 parts.
Okay.
We have 4 different categories. It seems to me one of them is cheating because it's other, but I have flowers, food, nature, and other. Can you think of any outside of those? Well, I guess other would be everything else. We'll just get to that one when we get to it. Let's throw out our individual favorites. How's that sound? And then we'll discuss, send someone through per category. Yes?
Yes, I like this. Can I go the other way, though, and say the one that I, over my dead body, will win this?
What?
When I was in college, my senior year, I lived in an off-campus house with a bunch of roommates. Some of whom I had never met before. One of whom in particular I had the bedroom at like the back of the house. And then there was one like right down the hallway. And that was, I will not say her name aloud because she doesn't need to be dragged here, but she decided to use this spray to make things smell good. And it was the nastiest spray in history. And to this day, I cannot stomach that scent. It practically gives me a headache, and that is vanilla. I love like Madagascar vanilla. If I'm cooking with it, that smell, like actual vanilla, is great. But whatever, and I meant to research it, but I kind of prefer not to know. However they tried to manufacture that vanilla scent, they have failed, and it permeates everything vanilla that I smell, and I could not in good conscience allow that to win.
First of all, I think it's very telling, the phrase. I did not do any research as I prefer not to.
Correct.
But also, did you know, Hal, I did a little research because I like to, that vanilla is, of course, the number one scented candle, most popular scented candle flavor.
Yes.
But I'm with you. I definitely don't think it's the best. When mixed with other things, I've had some delightful vanilla candles.
Yeah, look, I think people like it because it's a clean scent. It is somewhat pleasant. Now, when I met Jennifer, she had like vanilla, like body lotion or something, and that helped. I liked that, but I can't. I think for candles, there's so many better scents out there. I think the best candle scents evoke a feeling.
Yes.
They evoke something. Either it changes your mood and your general demeanor, or it brings back a memory, or it just sets an overall scene for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just the smell alone, you close your eyes and you're transported somewhere good.
I think that as artists and the type of people who professionally use imagination, that is going to be a really high criteria for both of us, is that it evokes a sense of place. Which is why I think some of the ones in the food category specifically not only excel at evoking a place, they also excel at evoking a time, specifically around the holidays or other times of year that they are specific to. So let's dive in, because you mentioned something about it relaxes you, it relieves stress. There are some that very specifically do this and have been, scientifically proven. These aromatherapy scents, that's what they're for. That's what they do. So them in candle form is very therapeutic. And I will begin with the flowers category, because there are a few in the flowers category that fall into that.
Can I guess?
Please.
Yeah. And by the way, I just want to the Yankee Candle Company is a very interesting place. I like a lot of their candles, but I cannot go into their store, because it's like if you went into a music store and you were trying to figure out what you wanted and they were playing every single album they had in the store at top volume. You'd be like, is that Spin Doctors? Is it Roy Orbison? Is that Claude Debussy? I don't know what I'm listening to.
Princess kneel before a pretty woman.
I would assume one of them is lavender.
Lavender is a huge one of them, my friend.
Yeah.
Yes, lavender is a huge one. It is great for anxiety, for insomnia, for stress relief. By the way, thank you, all of the internet, for 1,000 charts of all the different aromatherapy things. Credit where credit's due, right? Thanks, the internet.
Yeah, it feels like lavender's a lot of like a lavender neck pillow, a lavender essential oil, a lavender balm, something that it's very, like, even to see, you can't yell lavender, you have to be like lavender.
Yeah.
Lavender! It doesn't make sense.
The doors are thrown open of the castle once again, the king on his throne, and in through the gates comes Lavender!
It is I, Lavender! My cape is caught in the door.
Why does everybody have such huge capes?
Give me your crown, please.
No!
Come to me.
No, I'm not giving you. Are you just using my crown to get out of the door?
Look, I have a secret to tell you, and I can only tell you if you come close. No one else in this hall can hear it.
Well, all right.
Yoink!
What? Lavender is a huge one. I'm a huge lavender fan. Lavender, I think, though, is one of those, and we're going to run into this a lot, I think. Some of them smell better up close and in other forms, and like before they're like just hot and permeating the air might not be the best version for some of these, because like, I don't think them heated up and wafting is their best version. You know what I mean? Lavender's best version is clearly you rub your forefinger and thumb on the leaves and then smell your fingers as you walk past it.
If you came to this podcast looking for hot lavender, keep walking. We don't have hot lavender here. We have cool lavender that you apparently are feeling up flowers and then snorting them like cocaine as you walk down the street.
I'm telling you,
perambulations.
It is my favorite version of stopping and smelling the roses, and there's lavender all over Southern California. It's delightful, man. You never do this? You see a lavender plant, you just rub your fingers between a couple of the leaves. Oh, then you got some beautiful lavender on your fingers.
You know what I do that with?
What do you do that with?
I do that with these.
What are those? Cheetos?
Orange peels.
Oh, orange peels.
I have little cuties. And I'll sit here and I'm working and I'm like almost putting it Like over, I'm like, is there a way I can?
You were just balanced. People of the world, Hal is balancing the orange peel under his nose.
Can you tell, is this affecting my podcasting?
No. You sound great.
Good.
Yeah. Lavender is great. I love it. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan. Rose is another huge one.
I agree with you with lavender. I think that's going to be the case with a lot of these floral scents. They either have to make it overly strong in order for the candle to give off proper scent, or it's so barely discernible. You have to like put your face over the candle, which is not safe. It was cold in here today, and I like it was a barrel fire, and I had fingerless gloves. I was warming my hands over the candle. That is not hyperbole. I actually did it multiple times because my hands were cold, and I refused to pay for more. I refuse to pay a higher gas bill. I'd rather bundle up. But I think that's the problem with a lot of these floral scents. Not that they are bad. They can be difficult in that way. If it's too strong, it's not great. Like, I don't want to veer too much. Do we have to pick a winner in each category, or can we just go like, let's see, do we have anything here? No, move on.
No, we don't have to. I don't think we have to pick because we're going to get a handful of finalists. I think a lot are going to come out of the food category, and I've got a few dark horses in the others.
I agree. But just to leap off, and we can come back to it because I know there are other floral scents you want to talk about. But if you look at like a pine needle scent, which is not a flower, it's more nature. That when it's too strong is unpleasant, but if it's too weak, you don't smell it. So there is a conundrum to it. You have to like find what is the sweet spot of distance away from this candle. How long can it burn in what size room? Like there's almost too much math to something like that.
Yeah. We will get to the pine candle when we get to the nature round, but I wholeheartedly agree with you on that one, which is why, again, we'll get to it. I think also in this category, we have rose, which I don't know what the medical properties of roses are. They're delightful and they smell like roses. And that's the one that's on my desk right now, which is a rose scented candle.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
and the other being geranium. Geranium I love. Geranium is the one that smells like, to me, just like flowers. If someone's like, what do flowers smell like? Yeah. That's the geranium scent, which is good for nasal symptoms, for allergies, and it helps you to fight bacterial infections as well as being good for stress.
Are lilacs in there too? I feel like lilac is a popular scent.
Lilac and jasmine are both.
Oh, yes, jasmine.
Popular scents for candles.
Oh man, jasmine is great. Some jasmine grows outside of our patio.
Yeah.
And sometimes like when we get into like spring, you can really smell it. And it's so pleasant. It's such a pleasant smell.
Yeah. And that's the thing with all of these. The flowers, the floral ones are just a really great, pleasant smell. And this is going to leap us. I think we can leap into food next after this one, because I think there are ones in the food category as well, because I don't think of them as being hot. I know that sounds weird, but for a candle, I'm like, I want it maybe, who knows? Maybe the best version is something that I enjoy when it's warm, like apple cider or cookies. You know what I mean? Some of these scented candles that the warmth becomes a secondary part of the experience. You know what I mean?
I'm going to let you in on something here. And I think some people probably know this already. When you buy a home, your realtor wants to maintain a relationship with you because one day you will sell that home and they want to be the listing agent on it naturally. So it is to their benefit to maintain a relationship. And usually that's done by like mailing gifts. And one of the first package we got, we just get like a box with a couple little things in it. It's nothing huge. But the first one that we ever received was in the fall, and it had an apple spice candle that we have not finished using. And it's so good because it smells like a spiced apple pie.
Yeah. I love those, man. Look, I want to give a shout out. I don't want to breeze through it. I want to give short shrift, if you will, to many of these, but I think we can breeze through the citrus ones as well. Even though medically, these have the most value, probably a citrus scented candle known to reduce cortisol, lower blood pressure, improve immune response, and reduce anxiety. So like that has legit medical properties, but I think any citrus thing has those properties. But citrus to me is cold. It's not hot. I don't want to eat a hot orange. What else has that?
Like a mold put, my Wellbutrin is really great at doing with anxiety.
Yeah.
No, I sometimes they're like warm. There's some sort of warm citrusy things. But I agree with you that there's something kind of odd about it. I like a grapefruit candle, oddly. And I'm not a grapefruit person, but there's something about that. There's like a clean smell to it that I like. But I agree. I think I have a food one that is my fit. The spiced apple, by the way, what is great about it is it not only makes me think of apple pie and like that, like a flavor I like, but it also smells a little bit like cider, which is a really pleasant smell. And it really smells like a crisp fall day. Like you've been outside, you've been walking around, you've had the leaves crunching under your boots, and you're like ruddy cheeked because it's getting so cold, that stinging like wind.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And then you come inside and you smell the cider that's been slowly like simmering on the stove.
Oh.
And that it feels like fall. It feels like the comfort of fall. Like you could sit by a picture window and look and leaf peep from the warmth.
Yeah. I love that. I love leaf peeping. We tried to do it last week, but the leaves were just starting to turn. I think we had 3 trees, but I was just on the East Coast in Virginia. We went to the Pokey Little Puppies Fall Day. R.I.P. The Pokey Little Puppies Fall Day.
Did it die during the day?
Oh, you know what? Let's go to a break. Anyway, we had an amazing fall day where we went to, there was a corn maze and a hayride and apple cider donuts. And there were a couple of trees that had started to turn. And that to me is this is one of these evocative seasons that a really fun, good culinary spice candle can provide. I'm curious. I think that there's a fun 2-way battle, a little mini battle to go within this episode that I think we can at least eliminate one right now. It's like a wild card game right in the middle. And that is, you mentioned the spiced apple cider pie, that spiced apple flavor combination.
Yes.
Versus that spiced pumpkin flavor combination, which is a lot of the same spices. But the apple is a little more tart. You get that apple scent as well. There's not really much pumpkin there. Not any, but there's not much pumpkin scent in the pumpkin spices. It's the pumpkin
lot of
spice.
it's like what you mix in. It's like the cloves and
exactly
nutmeg,
clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those things contribute to the scent. It is a very pleasant scent. And I'm not someone who really goes for like pumpkin pie. I'm not a pumpkin person by and large for the flavor. But it smells nice. It's okay once in a while. I'm heavily biased towards apple.
I think, you know what? I think objectively apple is because, when you're eating a pumpkin pie, you're also having it cold or it's cold and then maybe reheated. I don't know if I've ever had a warm pumpkin pie.
No, you put the whipped cream on it or Cool Whip and then you eat it. You don't, it's not to be served with ice cream. Now, I think a lot of fruit pies, if it's like pie crust with fruit filling, that you can do either way, hot or cold. But like lemon meringue has to be colder. Key lime also, same thing. You can't heat up cheesecake.
Boy, it really does seem to be coming down to, no, if you heat up a cheesecake, doesn't it just become a pizza? I think that's how that works.
Cream cheese. Yeah. It's just how you turn it into a pizza. That's how they make deep dish.
Exactly. They just put a cheesecake in the oven. Boom. Lou Malnati's. Yeah. I think that for me so far, spiced apple, whether cider or pie, is a tough one to beat.
Oh, I can beat that.
Listen, you can beat it right now.
Oh yeah, I can beat it right now.
Is it a food one?
Now, I can beat it in its own category.
Okay. What's its category? Is it food or something that is coming out of the oven?
No, it's food. It's food. This is both. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to paint a picture for you.
Okay.
The Pokey Little Puppies running into the snow. Okay.
No. How? Let's go to a break.
You're indoors. The sun has started to go down. So it's almost like the outside is blue.
Yeah.
Snow-covered trees and ground. Inside, you have the pulsating lights from your tree. Even with your eyes closed, you can still sort of feel them.
Yeah.
And the fireplace is going. The record player's got some Johnny Mathis on it. And you're just, you and the special person in your life or your family are together doing one of the most hallowed of holiday traditions, which is making sugar cookies. And that scent, when they first come out of the oven, and you just want it, you almost can't wait to start icing them, but you have to, or else it's not going to take. That scent, I think, could be the greatest candle scent of them all. And I don't know how they did it, but it is spectacular. And every time
it's
I
pretty
smell
dead
it,
on.
Oh my goodness, it's Christmas.
You know what, Hal? This can open up a whole can of worms as far as the evocative nature of this and what makes me salivate like Pavlov's dog when my version of the bell is this smell. I did not immediately go to sugar cookie. I did that. That to me felt like a bit of a turn at the end. I don't know if this is a call or a raise. Who knows? Potentially. I would go with gingerbread.
Oh, you know what? Let's both mull over this.
Oh, I see what you did.
We're going to take a legitimate break.
Yeah.
Where people will hear some very special messages from some very special people. So stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm Dan McCoy.
I'm Stuart Wellington.
I'm Elliot Kalin.
And together we are The Flophouse, a long-running podcast on the Maximum Fun Network, where we watch a bad movie and then talk about it.
And because we're so long-running, maybe you haven't given us a chance. I get it, but you don't actually have to know anything about previous episodes to enjoy us, and I promise you that if you find our voices irritating, we grow endearing over time.
Perhaps you listened to one of our old episodes and decided that we were dumb and immature. Well, we've been doing this a while now. We have become smarter and more mature, and generally nicer to Dan.
But we are only human, so no promises.
Find The Flophouse on MaximumFun.org or wherever you get podcasts.
Co-optober continues in celebration of National Co-op Month. I'm Kevin Ferguson, senior producer and worker-owner at Maximum Fun.
I'm Marissa Flaxbart, producer, and I'm also a worker-owner at Max Fun. This week is all about community.
Of course, we wouldn't be a co-op without the Max Fun community. And we love it whenever members of our audience get together. So, we're having another Max Fun Meetup Day this Thursday, October 12th.
And next week, we'll be hosting a panel discussion with other worker owners across the co-op community.
And we are still selling our limited edition Launch Crew merch, available to all Max Fun members.
But only through the end of the month.
For more info on Meetup Day and everything Co-optober, head to MaximumFun.org/Co-optober.
That's COOPTOBER. Have a great week.
All right, gingerbread, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
I do love a gingerbread scent. That sugar cookie jar. I haven't had one in a while. I just even talking about it, I'm like, why don't we have one in our home right now?
You should always have
the nearest Yankee Candle Company.
Let me ask you this. I think, how can we objectively, because I think both of these, we might as well talk about them now. They're going to both be finalists. They're both excellent examples of this genre, and we can pull a bunch out of this category. I think they each have pros and cons. For me personally, I think I like a gingerbread cookie better. But I'm wondering if the gingerbread cookie candle, whatever the esters that they've crafted to create that, are they as effective in creating the specificity of the smell as the sugar cookie candle is? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Because you're right. The sugar cookie candle is dead on. Whatever the powers that be, definitely not the people that told us grapes tasted like that or watermelon tastes like that, who make artificial esters. They got sugar cookie right.
They nailed it. They really did. It's so frighteningly accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just doesn't miss. And it's a scent that I don't tire of.
Yeah.
I think some scents, like, you sort of go, like this candle, I will now reveal the scent of this one is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus.
Oh, I like eucalyptus.
Great
eucalyptus
properties. What?
I said I like eucalyptus. And then I just decided to lean in, and that's what it's called now. Asked and answered. Anyway, continue.
We love eucalyptus. We love a eucalyptus. But honestly, like, I get a better scent with it not being lit and smelling it. Otherwise, it just smells like a burning piece of rope.
Yeah.
Because
some of them do that. They smell better when they're not lit.
Yeah.
I would argue that was what I was arguing about a lavender candle, or I started to. I don't know if I finished. Yeah, I think it might be sugar cookie for that reason coming out of that duo. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Now, there's a few other food ones. Are there any other holiday specific food ones you want to talk about? We talked about pumpkin. We talked about apple. We talked about gingerbread.
Yeah.
We talked about sugar cookie.
a good peppermint candle, something that has like a peppermint scent to it. I don't think it's the best, but I do like it. I do like that scent.
I like it too. It feels like it's again in that category where my brain gets weird, like hot mint, man. What?
You've never had a peppermint hot chocolate from Starbucks?
Yeah, but that's another flavor involved. There's the chocolate flavor involved. The mint is if it's just mint, I don't put my toothpaste in the microwave before I brush my teeth in the morning.
Oh, you should. It's great.
Really? Okay. That's a good idea. Does it turn into a pizza?
Yeah, it turns into a pizza, and then you just eat the pizza and it brushes your teeth while you're eating it.
Fantastic. No notes. All right. There's one other category in here that is maybe worth mentioning just because I have one that's actually really good. And I would say it's kitsch. Food kitsch candles. It's definitely not bacon from the weird bacon craze from several years back. I smelled a bacon scented candle. They're terrible. I'm glad that trend is over.
I'm sorry. It is enough. That's enough.
Yeah,
we don't need that. We're done with bacon.
We're done with bacon.
Moment, bye. It's fine.
But I think there's a line of breakfast cereal ones that are really good.
Who you say?
Yeah, they're like cereal milk.
Wait, from where?
It was a gift. I got it. Fred gave it to me as a gift. Ask Fred where he got it. I don't know. But
ask Fred why he hasn't given me one. Damn it!
The Trix one. It smells like Trix cereal milk.
Candles.
Yes, I'm eating candles. It smells like Trix cereal milk. They have a cinnamon toast crunch. They have a bunch of them, and they're really fun.
Here's a whole bunch. Yummy candles. Is that what they are?
Mm-hmm.
Cereal milk. DW Home product. All right, here are a few. This just says cereal milk. That's too generic.
No, that's from Yankee Candle's Momofuku line. But do you think there are any kitsch ones that are going to, have I lost you? Are you now going down a rabbit hole of cereal flavored candles?
I just was I'm amazed that this exists. I just made me think of I have a box of Count Chocula in the house. Lucky, who's the lucky boy? I think it's me.
I think you're the lucky boy.
I'm staying under my calories. Don't worry, Dr. Thomas. Anyway, yeah, those are great. That is very kitschy, but really, it's too kitschy. A pancake, a maple syrup, a maple candle is nice. Would you put that in food or would you put it in nature? So I feel like they're trying to make it smell like a syrup covered pancake.
Oh, the maple one? I think that's food. Yeah. I don't think they're trying to make it taste like a maple tree. I think they're trying to make it taste like maple syrup.
I like a maple.
But I don't think anything is now I'm just comparing everything against the alternative, which is the sugar cookie at this point.
That's correct.
Yeah. And I don't think anything's knocked sugar cookie off the mountain yet. Yeah. I'd say that's it as far as food goes. Let's jump to nature now. How's that? Since we'll let maple be the bridge as citrus was the bridge of the last one. And Hal is now once again smelling his orange peel. It's good orange peel, man. I get it. So in nature, the ones that I've come across most often include the one that I have two of in my home, one of which was enormous and has melted down so much just because it is my personal favorite scent. We have, for some reason, a lot of them that are ocean and rain themed.
Oh, yeah.
Pavement After Rain, Misty Forest, Ocean Breeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how accurately they smell like water.
But it makes you think of it, doesn't it? They're really good.
They're really fun. Yeah.
They're just sort of thought of those
concept candles.
Yeah. I like the rain ones more than the ocean ones because I'm used to going to the Jersey Shore as a kid and there's a distinct smell to that ocean.
Yeah. I don't imagine anyone in the Philadelphia area is let's get one of the ocean smell ones. Why don't we get one smells like the ocean?
Yeah. Mostly the smell of the beach is the leathery skin of elderly Philadelphians with just the most suntan lotion on it. Suntan lotion, not sunscreen.
Suntan lotion.
That was back when we used to hold reflectors up under our chin because we weren't getting enough light. Wanted to make sure we got the even tan everywhere. Yeah. My mother used to do that in Northeast Philadelphia, just out on the patio.
With the reflector?
That's what killed her, oddly. But yeah, she would sit and reflect. She had the reflector because you didn't want to have a pale bottom chin.
I thought that the reflector was only used by people getting interrupted in movies. It's only ever if somebody has one of those things out, it's because they're relaxing and you're interrupting them.
If only you had gone to the Somerton Springs Swim Club when you were a kid, where I went, which sounds fancy, but is not.
I say Somerton Springs. Somerton Springs Friends Beach.
Yeah. All of us Jews from the Northeast that like couldn't get into a country club. We're like, well, let's go to this swim club. Oh,
This
there's my
sounds
Aunt
great.
Ruth playing mahjong. There
How does she
is.
see over that metal reflector under her chin?
Well, why are they not using it to cheat? Or are they using it to cheat?
There's one that you mentioned that is my personal favorite that falls in this category, though you did already point out one element of it and that it might be a little strong and it's a tough one to balance. Also, using my metric that seems to keep popping up of if I don't want the hot version of a thing, then it's not going to win. And nobody loves a forest fire. So I'm going to say, though, that my favorite is pine.
Do you think Smokey Bear a little bit likes a forest fire? Because it gives him an opportunity to like be like, I told you so. Like he doesn't want anything bad to happen. There's a part of him that's like, ooh, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell them.
You know what? I don't need a snobby I told you so from somebody in a hat, jeans, and no shirt.
Well, he's tanning.
Smokey, put the reflector down. Well, great. See what your reflector did? You started a forest fire. No, Pokey little puppy, don't run in there.
How do I say goodbye to what we had?
Only you can prevent forest fires.
And me from getting an even tan. Give me back my reflector. And can I have that crown?
What do you think?
Yeah,
it's tough. I love them. I have one that's a 3-wick and it's burned all the way down to the bottom. It's the one that set my bed on fire when I had to get a new mattress, but I still have that candle.
So that does make you think of something hot. Your bed.
My bed. Exactly.
The burning bed.
I'm all about it. Christmas time. I love the smell of pine. It makes me think of Christmas. The Febreze that I get is the pine Febreze. Like I love a pine scent.
You know, you've talked about esters quite a bit, and I think that the issue I love the smell, like being in Big Sur and being out among the trees. That smell, like you can't beat it. It feels like the smell is you are in nature. Like that's the smell. But these esters, there's like a chemical element to the scent, and I can't shake it. I pick it up and it bothers me. Because I want to love it. Like I like for a second, I'll be like, that smells good. And then beyond that, it like candy corn.
Yeah.
I can have
which is delicious.
It's delicious, but you can't have that much of it. Eventually you're like, this is too much candy corn.
The hell I can't, Hal. Just you wait. Yeah, I can see that. And I can also see how pine is such a loose category that you'll get anything from a really nice one to something that smells like pine sol. And that I think is that chemical smell. You know what I mean? Which almost smells more clean than anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but also like that thing where you've cleaned and you have to leave that room for a while. Like turn on the exhaust fan in the bathroom. You just mop the floors. Get out of there.
Hal, I'm Italian. I like over-scenting things. I liked in Rome when you would take your clothes to the laundromat and they would come back, and before they would give them to you, they would spray them with cologne. Like, yeah, of course. Yeah. Letters from the Italian government are sprayed with that same little pss, pss bulb that one woman had in Greece.
The atomizer?
Yeah, atomizer. Thank you. Thank you. The atomizer. I love those things.
Sure.
But yeah, I can see that. Is there anything that's going to come out of the nature round and knock the sugar cookie off its pedestal?
Can I say another one I hate?
Sure.
Sandalwood.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind sandalwood.
It's trying too hard. Like, I feel like people are trying to sell me on sandalwood.
Yeah.
Not interested, not buying. Smell
sandalwood to me, like lavender, is one of those ones that is in candle form, I think, too mild. I like the sandalwood scent.
I have a brand of deodorant I like. It's the brand of deodorant I always buy and use. It's very effective. It smells nice. It's clean, mild. And at a certain point, Jennifer was like, you know, all these deodorants have aluminum. It's very bad for you. So without consulting me, it just got replaced with Everyday Jack. You know that brand?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Everyday Jack. And it was like sandalwood and something else. And it smelled like, you know, somebody approximating what an outdoors person would smell like. And I was like, all right, I'll put it on. Fine, whatever. It's a Glide On. Don't like that. Already strike one.
Glide On is the ticky thing at the bottom, and then it.
No, the Glidon is it's like almost like a gel. Like I like a more powdery consistent. I like something that feels dry when you put it on.
Oh, I like a bar. Maybe that's what I have.
This is a bar.
Yeah.
And I start to notice within a couple days, I'm like, why? I'm in pain. Like my underarms hurt. Like they're constantly chafed.
You don't have that aluminum barrier anymore.
I didn't have aluminum on there, and it turns out I am allergic to whatever. It's just something that was in there, but I blame sandalwood 100% because when I stopped using it, it cleared up and was fine. And I was like, Jennifer, we got to have a talk here. I appreciate what you're doing for me, but I think I got to go back because this is one of them theoretically is bad. The other one has been proven to be bad.
Yeah. That's, look, you know what? You're not going to win, Sandalwood. You tried to kill my friend.
Yeah. What about cedar? You like a cedar scent?
I like a cedar scent. Yeah. I like, it's a good, that sort of woodsy, earthy thing. Yeah. I like that.
Goldie Hawn's closet material of choice.
What?
Cedar. In Overboard, she gets upset.
Oh, jeez.
Because she wanted everything made of cedar, but he makes them of oak.
Wow. That's a detail that I did not remember from that movie.
Oh, that's what leads her to fire him and throw his tools overboard.
Ah. Well.
And then he dives overboard to go get them. And then later on, the movie becomes
problematic.
And this is what happens. This is the plot of Overboard, just for those of you who haven't seen it. Then she falls into the water and she is struck with amnesia. She doesn't remember who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And so he decides, because she has stiffed him on the money, he's going to convince her that she is his wife, bring her home, make her run the household, raise his rowdy boys, clean everything, cook everything, essentially put her into servitude for the sake of she's going to pay down her debt. Meanwhile, her husband, this jerk played by Edward Herrmann, great performance. He's not even looking for her. He's dancing with ladies and, having himself a great old time. And then what happens is,
Wait. Don't tell us the ending, Hal.
Okay.
A, because I don't want you to spoil it. And B, because we should probably talk about candles.
Well, let me just say, it's a wonderful movie. And Hector Elizondo has a brief appearance as a Portuguese fisherman. I mean, it really, this movie has everything. Check it out. Norbit. Don't take my word for it. If Ben Acker listened to this podcast, he'd be smiling right now.
Oh my God. All right. Anything left out of the nature category? I don't think cedarwood is going to beat the sugar cookie.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's not as evocative. It doesn't have that sense of, it smells good. It doesn't have that sense of place and time that sugar cookie.
Yeah. There's
smells like
meadow. The scent of a meadow. Those things they're fine. I don't think they're as evocative.
No.
I wouldn't take them along.
Hal, let's move to the other category, and we can talk about one that does, at least in theory, set you in a place. Now I want you to close your eyes. You painted a picture for me before. I want you to close your eyes, Hal.
They're closed.
I want you to picture yourself walking very slowly in the dark past a parrot. And you get to the front and someone says, "How many in your party?" Just me. Row 4, please. And then you go and you get in row 4 and you climb aboard a pirate's boat. And that pirate's boat takes you on an adventure, first in modern day and then going back to the past, where you can watch Jack Sparrow and all of his rowdy band of buccaneers destroy a village, I guess is the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about those Disney Parks candles. Have you seen these?
No.
Oh my gosh. I guess I get different advertisements on my Instagram than you do. There's some company that makes Disney Parks candles that are supposed to smell like Pirates of the Caribbean, or they're supposed to smell like It's a Small World, which really I think is just them smelling like kind of bleachy water and motor oil.
Those are very evocative scents. There's a wonderful picture you painted. I felt like I was there immediately.
Oh, good.
That thought of sitting in the forever uncomfortable seats and going on that ride. And one of my other thoughts was like, modern day? I don't think that guy who's hanging out on his porch is from modern day.
Oh, sure he is. That Louisiana gentleman. Have you ever been to that part of Louisiana? That guy is living in 2023, my friend.
Wow.
Yeah. He's watching over that restaurant going, yep.
That's good eating. Well, shame on me for being close-minded.
That's all right. That's not going to win.
Yeah. No. I don't want that scent anywhere other than where I encounter it in the world. What are the other smells? It's a small world. All right. Let me see. What kind of smells is the It's a Small World. The Jungle Cruise. They probably would try to make a scent for that. I want to see if I can guess the line of how many are there?
There are, it looks like, I don't know about, some of them are just scented like the different resorts.
No, I want attractions only.
Yeah. Okay. There's a bunch.
Let me just throw to a couple of them. We'll just see if I can get a couple. We got those two. We got It's a Small World. We got Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
We got Jungle Cruise. There's got to be a Jungle Cruise one.
Oh, the thing is, I can't look them up by official names because they've got,
licensed.
They're not officially licensed. So you'll get Flying Over Africa and
forget it.
Haunted.
No, these aren't winning.
No, none of these are winning. It's supposed to smell like the mine train ride that smells like gear oil.
Big Thunder Mountain? Oh,
the Snow White mine train. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, those aren't winning. I will also throw out, I have 4 others to throw out that I think are ridiculous in this category. You can talk about any or all of them. Okay. That is leather. This is sort of like the man section, like Mandels, leather and tobacco. Tobacco is one that I love, that scent. But that's because I smoked for a long time.
Yeah. Not into that.
Laundry?
Clean?
No, dirty laundry. Warm, dirty laundry.
With your dirty, warm laundry.
And then one that is technically a scented candle and serves a really great function if you spend any time in the great outdoors. Can you guess?
Fart?
No, Hal, not fart candles. Though I did. Don't tell my dad. I don't think he listens to this show. I bought him some pills for Christmas that when you eat them, it's supposed to make your farts smell like roses. Literally like roses. Anyway, no, I'm talking about the beloved citronella candle, Hal, that keeps the bugs away.
Yeah. In theory.
No, it definitely does. Camping, those things work wonders.
Yeah. They stink though. I don't like that smell.
That's fair. It's not about the smell for that.
Useful candle.
No, it's best scented candle. Or is it best candle scent?
Best candle scent.
Well then, caught us on a technicality. Hal, that's all I've got, my friend. And I don't think anyone, once one of them took the throne, I don't think either candle scent or lavender managed to take the crown away from this one. So if you will, my friend.
Well, first, people of the world, I'd like to dedicate this decision to the last 6 pokey little puppies. May their memories be a blessing, never gone from our hearts or minds. And you know what they all loved? What every dog would love, what every person loves, is the scent of fresh baked cookies. The pokey little puppy is fine, but it's like the Dread Pirate Roberts. Like the pokey little puppy lives forever, but maybe it's different dogs. We don't know. Point is, the best scent for a candle is one that smells good all the time and that evokes strong memory, and none of them fit that bill quite like the Christmas cookie, the fresh baked Christmas cookie scent, available at Yankee Candle Company. Not a sponsor, but we are open to it. Asked and answered.
EJ Salazar, did we thank you at the top? I don't remember. I don't think we did. EJ, I am sorry. This was a delightful topic to discuss. Thank you for your patience and waiting till the end of the episode to get a proper shout out. EJ Salazar with a great topic. This topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us via email at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or
go to our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/wegotThisPodcast. Talk about your favorite scented candles. One you have, one you want to get, maybe a crazy one you saw at Spencer's Gift. So why not go back to that old chestnut? Thank you to producer Ken Plume, who I assume has all of the Disney candles. You can support him at patreon.com/Ken Plume, where maybe he'll unbox some on a live video and you will be able to watch. Thank you to researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelvin, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us a chance to smell this episode in our imaginations and know that we would love to sit around with a bunch of sugar cookie candles with you this holiday season, because you are the logical family that has become what this show is. So to you, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody. We got this.
We got this.
Maximum Fun,
a worker-owned network
of artist-owned shows
supported
directly
by you.